Today, we're talking about something super practical: how to reduce birth costs, especially with everything getting more expensive these days. From hospital bills to baby gear, I'm here to help you save as much as possible without sacrificing the essentials. So, grab a comfy spot and let's dive into some budget-friendly birth tips. Welcome back. I'm Stephanie Poole, and if you're new here, I help pregnant moms just like you prepare for birth and learn how to breastfeed for the first time. All right, let's kick things off by talking about your birth options because this is a huge factor in how much you'll end up spending. Did you know that the cost of a hospital birth, a birthing center, and a home birth can vary massively? Let's break it down quickly. First up, we have hospital births. They're often the most expensive, especially if you don't have great insurance or if you end up needing an extended stay. Next is birthing centers. These can be more affordable and they offer more of a homey environment with midwives, but they're usually only best for low risk pregnancies. The last option is home births. Often, this is the most budget friendly option if you're low risk and you have a certified midwife. But keep in mind, this is not for everyone. So it's worth looking into each option and considering your budget, your health, and how comfortable you feel with each setting. Knowing the differences can help you find the best fit financially and emotionally. Insurance can be a bit of a headache to figure out, but it's one of the best ways to save money. So here are a few tips. First, talk to your insurance provider early. Ask them what's covered from prenatal visits all the way to delivery and even postpartum care. Also, look into the deductible versus out-of-pocket costs. Sometimes choosing a plan with a higher monthly premium but lower out-of-pocket cost can actually save you money when you consider all the appointments and care. Finally, ask about extras. Some insurance plans cover things like lactation consultants, prenatal vitamins, and even breastfeeding pumps, which are awesome savings. Just remember, the earlier you understand your coverage, the more you can maximize it. Now, even with insurance, there are always those extra out-of-pocket costs, right? So here are some ways to manage those without going over budget. First, set up a budget for birth-related expenses. Things like ultrasounds, lab work, or maybe an extra prenatal class. Knowing what to expect helps you to plan better. Next, negotiate with your provider. You'd be surprised, but a lot of hospitals and providers are willing to work with you on payment plans or may even offer discounts if you pay up front. So don't be afraid to ask. They know that these costs are adding up too. Also, utilize HSA or FSA accounts. If you have one, these accounts let you use pre-tax dollars for medical expenses, and it can be a great way to save out-of-pocket costs. Preparing for birth through classes is super important. It's one of the best ways to feel confident, empowered, and ready for when that time comes. So here's a few things to keep in mind so that you can afford this resource. First up, check out online resources. There's so much good stuff out there now, so be sure to check for workshops from local hospitals, YouTube channels like this one, and community groups. Also, look for courses to be bundled, like my Bump to Bundle Blueprint. Bundling courses can save you a ton of money. So instead of paying separately for birth prep and breastfeeding and newborn care, you get them all in an affordable package. The link is in the description. Also, ask about a sliding scale or a payment plan. Some birth educators and doulas, and lactation consultants for that matter, offer sliding scale fees. So it's worth asking if that option is available. Okay, baby gear. It's so easy to get carried away with all the adorable stuff, but not everything marketed as a must have really is. So here's how to save without sacrificing what you actually need. Number one, stick to the basics first. Focus on essentials like having a safe crib, car seat, diapers, and feeding supplies. You can always add more later. Number two, consider secondhand. For things like clothes, toys, or even some gear, secondhand is an amazing way to save. Just make sure items like cribs and car seats meet the current safety standards. Number three, ask for baby gear as gifts. Create a registry with essentials so that friends and family can help you get what you need. Doulas can be an incredible support, but I'm just going to be honest, we are an added cost. So here's how to make doula support more budget friendly. First up, consider getting a student doula. There's a lot of student doulas that are training and looking for hands-on experience, so you can get excellent support at a reduced cost. Also, remember I talked about those sliding scale fees? Well, some doulas offer flexible pricing based on income, so don't be afraid to ask. And last but not least, consider getting virtual doula services. Virtual support is typically less expensive than in-person support, and it's perfect if you want advice, reassurance, or someone to call when labor begins. And remember, having a doula can actually save you money in the long run by helping you to avoid interventions that you may not need. Birth is just the beginning, and postpartum expenses can add up quickly too. Here's how to save once your little one arrives. Stock up on essentials beforehand. Think diapers, wipes, and postpartum supplies like pads or nursing pads. Having a good stash can help you avoid urgent and often more expensive store runs. Use local resources. Check out local support groups, breastfeeding classes, and even meal trains that offer free or low-cost help after birth. DIY some essentials. You can make your own soothing postpartum pads or lactation snacks to save money. Plus, they're often healthier and tailored more to your taste. I know preparing for a new baby can feel overwhelming financially, but just remember, you don't need to spend a fortune to have a safe and beautiful birth experience. The goal is to prioritize what's important and save on the things that aren't. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more tips, and leave a comment if you have any questions or tips of your own. And if you're looking for more in-depth support, don't forget to check out Bump to Bundle Blueprint. I've packed it with all of the essential information you'll need for birth, breastfeeding, and beyond. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy birthing!